All right, so a good plaster mix. These are the tools of plastering, a hawk and a trowel. You have these two things, you can pick them up at a flea market, real inexpensive, depending on how specific you want to go. But before you can get to using these, you have to make a good mix. A good plaster mix is sifted earth. As you saw, this is our sifted earth. I used 3 shovelfuls of this. I'm putting this mix in a $10 all-purpose tub that you buy at Ace Hardware. Some people do this in a mixer that you buy for like $350. Some people do this in a wheelbarrow, which is like $80. I wouldn't recommend doing that. Here you can use your full weight of your body. It's just much more ergonomic, and this thing was 10 bucks. And over time, when you've mixed a lot of plaster, it gets like this. I could still have done this in this tub today though, but to be congenial for the internet, I'll use this nicer one. Okay. So I've got my clay earth right there, so I'm gonna wet that first. Just get a water bucket, old rusty can. Just let that get a little bit of water on it, not too much. Then I take my sand. This is standard concrete sand, basic sand. You can get it at a gravel yard, you can go find it near a riverbed. And so I have 3 buckets full of earth in this bin, in this tub. And so I'm gonna have 6 shovelfuls here. It's 2-to-1 mix. Then I'm gonna mix it with a shovel. Word on a shovel. A lot of shovels today, for whatever reason, when you buy them, they look like this. Like they're designed to kill a vampire or something, with this really pointed end. If you use that while you're mixing your mud, you're gonna put a hole right through this thing. You'll also put a hole through your wheelbarrow that you're mixing with. So you wanna find an older shovel that's got that rounded head. It's much more forgiving, it's not as severe. Plus, if you actually know how to shovel, you don't need this thing. I don't even know why they have these pointed ends like that. This is an excavator shovel, so they're very helpful. But for mixing mud, you want to get a softer, rounded-headed shovel. This was like, you know, 8 bucks at a flea market or whatever. This is just old guy. So, if you want to come in to see how I'm mixing, you're always making little slices. So I'm here, I'm holding it. Like if you see how I'm holding, it's like you're rowing a canoe. I can use my whole body weight doing this. I can do this all day, I won't get tired. I'm not, you know, going like that. I'm using my whole body. So I'm just making my little slices like this. The only thing that's really moving is my hip. Just moving my hip back, my feet are planted. I'm using my whole body weight. And then you come back and cut through what you just mixed. I can already tell this needs more water. But I'm going to do my little slices first. I just chop through what I just made. So, it needs more water. Water dipper. Cut my other way here. Through what I just made. It's already going to need a bit more water. Making the little slices to get it to mix. Little more water. I want the clay to start bonding with the sand. The water is going to help it do that. But I'm only adding conservative little amounts till I get to the right consistency. Now I know that this is a good mix when it looks kind of peanut butter-esque, and I can take my shovel and go through here like this, and I can still see the tracks my shovel made. You can still see the tracks my shovel made. If I push this off to the side, it won't fill in the middle right away. So now what I need to add is a little bit of straw. Now, the straw in a plaster mix is going to act like rebar in concrete. It's like the weaving that's going to give it the tensile strength. If you don't add the straw or the fiber, it'll fall right off the wall. You don't want that. Now, with straw, you can get straw like this that gets rained on, like last night. Thank goodness we had good rain here last night. But it's very long stranded. That's not so good. You want to be able to rip these strands up. There's two ways to do that. The easiest way is to just take straw from a bale that's already really ripped up. That's the easiest path. So I could do that, and that's what I'll do. The other way is to shred it yourself. I'll demonstrate both. So if I want to shred this straw, what I do is I take the straw like this, I put it against itself, and I push it back and forth, and it will shred itself. It's not doing that very aggressively right now because it's wet, because it got rained on, which is not a big deal. But I go like that, I push. If it were dry, you'd see pieces flying out all over the place. This is just a little wet, which is good. That's fine. It's going to get wet anyway. But I don't need to get some weed whacker and put it in a barrel and go, and like do that. You know, it's just crazy. It's just extra crap. One more thing that can fail, bringing a mechanism in for no reason. And then I take my shovel and I'm just going to move that straw into there. I want some straw, but not a lot, because this stuff has to go on flat on a vertical wall. I can even use my feet if I want, if I have shoes on that I don't mind getting muddy. That is feeling pretty good. That's a good plaster mix. So now I can take my hawk, I can take my trowel, and start getting ready to plaster. So like I said, this has been Jim Christophic from House Made of Ground, and now you'll know.